What's up, everyone? Dr. Sean Burkhart here at Boulder Fit Health and Performance and NeuroStrong here in Boulder, Colorado. Today I wanted to take a moment and introduce you to a new piece of technology that we've incorporated into our practice called the Sensory Station by Synaptech. Now, our mission and a goal has always been to make sure you're healthy enough to move and you move well enough to train. You have a solid foundation before we start to layer on skill and complexity. This is going to help us achieve that even easier by objectively measuring what you can and can't do, comparing your results to a database that's specific to your age, your sport, or your position. This way we can understand what your weaknesses versus strengths are, so you can focus your time and attention training those weaknesses while you're maintaining your strengths. Now, when it comes to our senses, they're extremely important. They're how we interact with our environment. Essentially, we're getting information that we're taking in, our brain has to process that, and then we give a response out. So to truly understand someone's health potential, or performance potential, we need to look at all three of these different domains. Now, when you think of senses, you think of what you hear, what you feel with your touch, with your muscles, with your joints, and what you see. And when it comes to what you see, there's a lot of real estate in the brain dedicated to vision. This is why concussion testing, we're always looking at the eyes. The eyes are literally a direct window into brain function. So if you look behind me, we're going to look at my personal evaluation and we'll go into a little depth on that. So over my left shoulder, you see a graph. Around the graph are these different tests that I actually performed. And we'll do future videos going into more detail on each of these tests, such as visual clarity, depth perception, or perception span. But for now, I want to give you that 1,000-foot view. What is interesting is each of these tests are also focusing on different areas of the brain. So this is where we can have a little bit more detail to do that neuroscience of human performance. So closer into the center means my weaker areas, further out to the periphery are my stronger areas. So let's just look at two of these just to have a comparison. So hand-eye coordination for my central field of view, meaning what I'm focused on, versus my peripheral field of view, I'm in the 99th percentile for someone that's my age. But if I come down to my reaction time, this is looking at my dominant and my non-dominant hand, I'm in the 58th percentile for someone my age. Now, what I've done over the past month and a half is utilize this to train myself. So I want to show you my next evaluation, which I just performed yesterday, and it's going to overlap that with this previous test. So you see the spider web gets a little bit more complex, but looking at these two tests, I'm still in the 99th percentile. I focused on maintaining that strength, but I didn't dedicate a ton of time to it, just enough to keep it there. But where I did focus was my reaction time. So my 58% went all the way up to 99%. This is why this station can be extremely important and valuable. It's going to help save you time by actually focusing on what you need to do and not what you're already good at. So I'm going to remove one test here, and I want to show you a little bit more depth. So right now this evaluation is comparing me against other people in the cloud, in this database, because this station is used everywhere, not just here, with a lot of professional sports teams, college teams, organizations, countries, okay? So if we come off to the left-hand side, let's just say I'm a high school football player that is really wanting to go to CU now that Coach Prime is there and gonna lead everyone to victory. So I'm gonna select football. Even though I'm in high school now, I wanna go to college at a D1 school, so I'm gonna compare myself against those players, and let's just take a position everyone knows about, which is quarterback. So this will tell me how I'm currently relating to all the D1 quarterbacks out there, so then I can start to improve those weak areas. So when I hit this graph is going to change a bit and compare my results against a D1 college football player. So it's interesting, there's some areas I'm still good at, but if you come back down, let's say to multiple object tracking, I'm now in the 45th percentile. So as a quarterback, I probably should be able to track multiple objects, because I'm not just going to stare at the receiver I want to throw to. I need to see my other receivers, the defenders, people that are rushing, etc. So it's important to know that what we're measuring here is your ability to perform. When you're actually training in your sport and you're practicing that skill, that's gonna transfer over to that skill But if you have a solid foundation to work on, you're going to be able to do that quicker, easier, more efficiently, and actually maintain it instead of training on a rocky foundation and possibly losing it in the future. All right, so this is the quick overview of the Synaptic Sensory Station. There's obviously a lot that it can do. Where we aim to be different is with our training and background. Anyone that practices with this tool is going to be able to improve their performance. We actually want to improve your learning. The power and utility of any tool is proportional to the knowledge and the expertise behind the people using it. So having a background as a college athlete working with the military in neurology, we really want to elevate your performance to that next level. So if you have any questions, any comments, put them in the comment section below, DM us for messages. If you want to take a peek at this sensory station and do your eval, reach out to us. We're going to be happy to help you. We look forward to doing future videos. And if you want to learn anything more specific about this, put it in the comments below. When we're going to do another video on training, we're going to show you the whole training side of it. This is just the evaluation, and those videos are going to get a lot more fun because you're going to see how much level of detail we can get in there to making sport training very specific to you. Or from a neurological rehab or a health standpoint, we can absolutely make the rehab super specific to you. And the last good point about this is you can use this on the big station here, or you can use it at the HAP at home. So again, like, subscribe, reach out with any questions, and I'll see you on future videos.